You have to be two steps ahead because the great central midfielders, they know what to do before the ball reaches them. Look, man, I think this has to be said. Modric is the best central midfielder in the world. He is the best central midfielder in the world. And I think the reason why I was backing off from making that statement is I needed to see that at an international tournament, specifically a World Cup. I needed to see that at a World Cup because it just wasn't enough for him to do it at the Euros. Yeah, the Euros is alright, but if once you do it at the World Cup, then I can listen to you. So Modric doing that, I was like, you know what? This dude is tops. And I think, remember, like, Modric has always been good. Modric has always been good. Ever since his Tottenham days, this guy has been quality. But the thing about it was that, it's about evolving. I think back at Tottenham, what you saw was, obviously, you saw his shooting ability, you saw his ability to bring the ball up, you just saw his good passing. But I think what makes a great central midfielder is your brain and your IQ. Because I said again, because people say, okay, I played multiple positions. No, the position I played specifically was central midfield. Ever since I was young and everything, that central midfield was always what I played because I just wanted to be involved in the football. Because I feel like central midfield is where you do the most stuff, is where you get the most involved, and where the most of the football is being played. And I liked the difficulty of the position, and I just like, passing is my thing. Whenever I play football, passing, distribution, and through balls has always been my thing. So whenever I watch football games, I look specifically at central midfielders. Those are the guys that I look at specifically. And the thing about it is that you have to be two steps ahead. You have to be two steps ahead because the great central midfielders, they know what to do before the ball reaches them. That's what made Xavi so amazing in the position. Because before the ball came to Xavi, he already knew what he was going to do. Because you're playing in the center of the pitch and there's so many guys around you, if you don't know what you do when the ball receives towards you, you're like, okay, look up. Who do I give the ball to? And before you do that, you'll get dispossessed or you get rushed into a pass and you gave the ball away. But when you already know who you're going to pass to, as soon as the ball comes to you, you can even give a one touch or it's literally a head up, maybe shift aside so you evade a tackle and then you then give the ball. So what you're seeing from Modric is, and what you have seen him evolve into is, he's been able to think two steps ahead. He's been able to get that ball and be able to, boom, I need to play that long pass. He already knows the run that is coming through because, again, as a central midfielder, you have to be aware of everything that's around you. But at the same time, you don't want to give away your position. So, for instance, if you receive the ball and you're fully looking towards the right, then everybody knows that you're going towards the right. So the left back at the other pitch, be like, okay, he's looking towards the right. His whole body motion is facing towards the right. Let me go and space myself and position myself to block the shot. But a great midfielder, which is what Modric is right now, when that ball receives to him, he doesn't have to move his body right. As soon as the body comes to him, it's a quick movement. He can switch, hit it out, or even boom, with the outside of his foot, hit it out there. So it is too quick for that left back to now mark down that right winger. So, and that's what you just saw especially crystallize itself in that match against Argentina, because Modric, he really, really ran the show. And I think people always say that, and this may sound weird, but in football, whenever I played, I always got greater pleasure executing a difficult through ball than actually scoring a goal, which is crazy. So obviously scoring a goal, which must be the most amazing thing, but that's just me. Whenever I execute a really good through ball, for me, that was just a greater feeling than scoring a goal. And when you just look at some of Modric's passes where it is perfectly weighted, it is so far away, it is 70 yards, it is at a diagonal, and the ball is so sweet that all the striker, all the winger needs to do is just be in his position, and it is so difficult for the guy defending to even get it because the ball has been literally cut open. It has literally cut the defense open and made it impossible for the defender to defend. So I just think that's what Mod is doing right now. And to tell you this, if you've got a central midfielder playing at such a high level that Luka is, you can go really, really far. Because again, the midfield is... okay, you need a defense to stop the team from scoring. You need an attack such as score goals. The midfield makes your team function. Without the midfield, the defense is exposed. Without them, the midfield, the attack don't get any supply or any service. But the midfield makes your team work. And the thing about it is that it's psychological warfare. If your midfielder is running the game, making those passes, making those through balls, it psychologically affects your opposition. Because I told you, trust me, I played against teams where the midfield were far superior to us. And it is very, very mentally straining when you have to keep on chasing the ball. And even when you receive the ball, because you've been chasing the ball for so long, you don't even know what it's like to actually have possession of the ball. So once you have possession of the ball, you lose it very quickly because you're not really used to having the ball because you've been chasing the game for so long based on the superior midfield that you've been playing. So that is why it is very important what Croatia have, and it's very important that they use it wisely, because you've got a superstar on your hands. You've got an absolute superstar on your hands, and again, just have to see how far Modric can take this thing, because this Croatian team, and I told you this Croatian team is better than the 98 team. It is better than the 98 team, and this team and that 98 team did not have a player like Modric. And you also got Rakitic as well, Perisic, Rebic, Mandzukic as well. But they didn't have... Modric is Croatia's greatest ever player. Suka was great for what he did in that World Cup, but he is their greatest ever player, because you're looking at the guy who is out and out, without a doubt, no argument, the best central midfielder in the world. Maybe I'm biased. Central midfield is the most difficult position and the most demanding position to play in football. So if Croatia can use him well, everyone can raise their level and they can tactically organize themselves to use the powers of Modric to get their team in good areas, to create chances and to score goals. The sky's the limit. And also the guy's actually pretty good at shooting as well.